Greetings, everyone. How y'all doing today? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. And happy new moon in Taurus. We have a new moon today in Taurus, which is so beautiful. The energy feels so incredible to me. But I have been doing work to prepare for this energy. So, this new moon is a shift in your relationship energy. It is a really subtle change that's happening in the way we relate to ourselves, our value. Now, gosh, how do I talk about this? Can you guys hear me? Hey, Tracy, how you doing? I'm in this self-driven car, and I'm in the self-driven car, and I'm trying to turn the volume down. Okay, great. Okay, perfect. So, this new moon comes in at the 7th degree. The 7th degree is a degree that is ruled by Libra, which is about our relationships. Our relationships are strictly based on how we value ourselves. Thank you, Tracy. Do you understand your own value? Do you understand what you bring into an experience with another? Thank you. And then the new moon is in Taurus with the sun, right? So new moons mean that the sun and the moon are at the same degree, which is the blending, which is the marrying of the masculine and feminine. The sun is your external self, the moon is your internal self. So when those two come together at the same degree, you have this opportunity to recharge the energy because there is an alignment. So at the 7th degree, which is a Libra degree, which is about relationships, in Taurus, which is also a Venus degree like Libra, so we're absolutely dealing with value and your possessions, and it's how you feel in yourself. It's like, do you feel enough? Do you feel connected? Do you feel strong? Do you feel valuable? Do you know how to utilize your gifts, powers, and potential? Do you do you nurture your body? Do you treat yourself with care? Do you treat yourself in ways that are sustaining? And it's a really interesting thing. As I've been studying and learning, so Taurus also is about money, right? And Venus is about money. And one of the things that I see is that it's not just about having money. It's about knowing how to use money. If you don't know how to use the money you have, you'll use it on things that actually cause you more harm. So for instance, let's say men who have a lot of money and marry women for their looks, and the women marry them for their resource. But that's not something that you can really sustain a relationship on. So because that is a external thing, like resource and money and looks, your money has to be weighted against something that is actually real, like a real sense of value, which is, when they would say that the dollar isn't backed by anything, right? So people who get married for money, they're getting married for nothing because money doesn't have any real backing. This stuff is spiritual. Even though we agree that, you can have $1 million and you can buy this property, this reality is all made up. It doesn't really have any value. And many of us are placing our value in the external things that really don't have any value. What's your foundation? What is your foundation? And that's what Taurus is. It's what is your real value? What do you have that is of true value? That would be your self-love. That would be understanding your system and how you work and your gifts and your talents. that would be, really understanding what you are generating your sense of value from. That's why it doesn't, like, people, if you get a job just for money and you don't like the job, but you're getting the money isn't worth it, right? Like they say all money ain't good money, right? So this energy for this new moon is truly about your value. Like, there was a time when I didn't understand my value, and I'm still learning it, but there was a time when I felt like my value was connected to if a man chose me, or if I had a husband, or if I was chosen by, that was what my value was. And I would get into these experiences and realize I don't feel good. I don't feel good. And so I had to really ask some deeper questions. Today I was out with a friend of mine. We went to the farmer's market, and they were in a bit of a cranky mood. And it was interesting, because being with them was like, oh, they were cranky. And I kept checking with myself, like, am I going to keep checking in with them to make sure they're okay? Am I going to stop doing what I want to do to make sure they're okay? Am I going to impede upon my own experience to cater to their crankiness, or their whatever's going on with them? And could I hold my own value? Could I stand my own ground for myself and recognize that what was going on with them really didn't have anything to do with me? It had absolutely nothing to do with me. And if I could stay true to myself and not move into codependence, which is another aspect of this Venus energy, taking on other people's stuff, making other people's behaviors personal to you. And literally, I'm practicing being able to be with people, and they're in their reality and I'm in my reality, and I don't come out of my reality because of how they're feeling. I'm standing my own ground for myself. And it's not argument. It's literally, like, how you watch two trees stand by one another? They grow in the same, that's it. You can just be you're one tree and they're the other tree. And they can be in the mood they're in, and you can be where you are, and it's all okay. And that's this energy. Can you stand in your own sense of self? Do you understand what that is? How does that express your own sense of self? Do you understand your intuition, your voice? Do you understand all of that? Or do you collapse it because of the other? Are you can you let go of your need to fit in, where you would diminish yourself for the other, right? I see it with girlfriends. We do it all the time. I can be with my girl a long time. I don't have this anymore, but I might be with my friends, and maybe it's 5 of us, and all 4 of them are married and I'm single. And by the end of the time I'm with them, I'm like, I need to get married. I'm thinking, because I've stepped out of my own experience and into theirs. I've allowed their experience to influence me. Is it okay to just be in my own story and not just be with myself, and not agree to another person's frequency, not be in agreement to another person's frequency if it doesn't serve me, if it's not in alignment with where I am? So this is a Taurus New Moon coming in, I think in like an hour, at the 7th degree, which is a Libra degree, which is about relationships. You and the other. It's literally about the mirror. Let's call it the mirror. Let's not call it relationships, because relationships your relationships are always a mirror to you. They are always a mirror to you. Always. Always. If the person is in your reality, they are the other side of the scale that you are. And so, can you stay on your frequency? Can you stay married to who you are and not give up your power, your energy, your mindset, your agreement to yourself, your love for yourself, to accommodate the other? The more we can love ourselves, that is the greatest example that we can be for the other, for others, is to be true to ourselves. And sometimes being true to sometimes you can show people better than you can tell them, right? So like the other day, my niece has been going through a whole lot of stuff, and I literally have been showing her how I create boundaries by creating boundaries for her. I am teaching her to create boundaries by showing her when she calls me, and I literally am like, my conversation with her is sometimes rigid but loving, or I don't answer the phone, or if she calls and she's in, and I ask her, have you done your meditation? Have you gone for a walk? Have you done your breath work? Have you done anything to support yourself before you called me? And if she hasn't, we get off the phone. And if she has, and then I'm go, okay, well, I got 15 minutes for you, right? Because the work is for us to learn how to stand in our own sense of self, to learn to be your own, to be in your sovereignty, and to not have to give that up to accommodate other people. And when you do it, you actually, that is the most loving thing you can do. You know, we have been taught that we should sacrifice ourselves. We have been taught that we should sacrifice ourselves, but we should not sacrifice ourselves. We should stand for ourselves. That's spirit-led love. Yes. All right, you all. This is a powerful, powerful energy. It is so incredible. I know there's a lot going on in the world, but stay true to yourself. Do your meditations. Do the things that bring you into your own body, into your own sense of self. Do your rituals. Do your spiritual baths. Do your work. If you need support, you can check me out at healwithmoonmama.com. You can book your natal chart readings, your coaching sessions, new moon readings, full moon readings, and Daughters of the 13 Moons. The portal will open again for Daughters of the 13 Moons. It will open in a month. All right, you all. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.